Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips on a Monday morning. It's the 9-Minute Phillip. It is Valley Converting. We can't thank them enough for all that they do to help us with the 9-Minute Phillip. Valley Converting, of course, in T-Town, Toronto, Ohio, the Gem City. If you have paper products that need recycled, that's the place. Valley Converting. We'll hear more from them a little bit later on. But right now, how about this? It is one of those days where you just go, oh, this is a big day. It's a big national day. It is National Coffee Day. So the question I pose to anybody out there that wants to get involved in the conversation is, how do you like your coffee? Do you like it black? Do you like it cream and sugar? Do you like it a cup of sugar? You know, an iced cappuccino, a macchiato. Do you like Starbucks better than Dunkin'? Do you like Seven Brews? I think that's the name of it. Better than Starbucks? Do you like Tim Hortons? It's all these different things and different places, and some of the coffee it may not even be coffee. It's more candy than it is coffee. But what do you like? What do you like best? I know some people I want my coffee black. That's all I want. Just piping hot. Now I have had black coffee. It's not bad, but it needs to be screaming hot for me. Once it gets even lukewarmish, I'm out. So if I don't drink it quickly and it gets warm, or I need to get one of those, I don't know if it's a Yeti or just kind of an insulated cup or can or however you want to do it, just to keep it hot, because it needs to be hot. Because if it's not hot, then I can't do it. Okay, all right, Coach Ralph. Every day, dose of mushroom coffee, scoop of creatine, 2 shots of espresso, pumpkin spice creamer. Wow. That is I don't know what it tastes like. It sounds like it probably tastes pretty good, but that's magnificent. I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that at all. Or 2 shots of espresso over ice. I do like espresso. I like to describe it as battery acid. I know it doesn't really taste like that, but a little espresso, little lemon twist, maybe a little sugar in it. Yeah, I like that. But unfortunately for me, and it's not good for me, I tend to like those, frozen caramel cappuccino, frozen butter pecan, however you'd like to say it. It's basically sugar in a cup dressed up as some coffee, with maybe a bagel and cream cheese to go along with it. I can't apologize for that. It just is what it is. I know I shouldn't, but it is what it is. So today is National Coffee Day. So again, if you have a way that you like your coffee best, do you drink your coffee at home before you get to work, or some people drink coffee throughout the day, and they get all jittery, I guess. I don't know. I don't drink a lot of coffee. If I do drink coffee, it's the sugar in a cup more than anything else. But yeah. But I'd probably be better off drinking black coffee over Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, that's the one that's got the hooks into me. That's the one that's got the hooks in me. All right. So other national days today, it's VFW Day and Urban Wildlife Refuge Day. But today, it's National Coffee Day that grabs the headlines. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I had the whole thing in there to talk about. I actually printed up the script, all the information about National Coffee Day. I left it on the printer. So there you go. We won't be talking about that too much. Now, we do have some birthdays to talk about on this National Coffee Day, just to bring them up before we talk some football. And who liked the Dublin game? I know a lot of people, the reviews are in. People love watching the Steelers at 9:30 in the morning and then having the rest of the day. The producer extraordinaire, Jordan, maybe not so much, because she was struggling to stay awake at that time watching the game. But the Steelers come up a winner over in Dublin, first game in Ireland by National Football League, first game over there. Here are some birthdays. 1907 to 1998, the singing cowboy, Gene Autry, who I believe owned the California Angels at one point for quite some time. The singing cowboy. Jerry Lee Lewis, the Killer. Rock and roll's first wild man. Great Balls of Fire, one of his big songs. Dennis Quaid played him in a movie, biopic. So Jerry Lee Lewis, born in 1935, died in 2022. Larry Linville. And you go, who's Larry Linville? I've never heard of Larry Linville. Well, if you've ever watched the show MASH on television, you know it is Frank Burns, of Major Frank Burns, as Hawkeye once called him, Needle Nose Burns. But Larry Linville, what a tremendous, tremendous character, Major Frank Burns. And he always will be remembered for that television role. And the hard part is after you have a role like that, that's what everybody associates you with. But Larry Linville of MASH, Frank Burns. Andrew Dice Clay, the comedian, still with us, 1957. Some dates to pass along on this day. Speaking of great television shows, MASH, one of the all-time great television shows is MASH. And then here's this one, if it's not an all-time great, which I think it is, it's right up there. 1982, Cheers premieres on NBC. 1941, Joe Louis becomes the heavyweight champ with a TKO of Lou Nova in 6 rounds in the title fight. And I don't know if he became the champ then. I mean, he must have. And then in 1916, John D. Rockefeller, the world's first billionaire. How about that? How about that for a club you want to join? The world's first billionaire, John D. Rockefeller. So first billionaire. What's that like? Hey, I'm here all by myself. I'm here all by myself as the world's first billionaire. I would like to be, I don't know what number it would be if I became a billionaire, but that would be fun to be a billionaire, I guess. I would think you wouldn't have any money problems. When it really comes down to it, money, you need money to have some security and things like that. But, it's really all about health and well-being and, but it never hurts to have a bunch of money because if something goes wrong, you might be able to get some things fixed. But John D. Rockefeller, world's first billionaire in 1916. All right, National Football League, a little bit of a wild weekend for, we'll talk about the AFC North since a lot of the local teams are in there. You've got the Minnesota Vikings, Steelers. They played over in Dublin, Ireland. Did you get up and watch the game? Did you enjoy the game? And it's the Steelers winning 24-21. Steelers now 3-1, and basically a quarter of the season's gone. But it was a 16-week. Boom! If you go 3-1, that's a goal for most NFL teams. Well, they'd like to all go undefeated, but if you go 3-1, they break it down into different segments. If it's really not going well, they might break it down. Let's just win the first 5 minutes of the game. Let's win the next 5 minutes of the game. Or it might be we just have to win this game. But in terms of goals that are set up, usually a lot of NFL teams, if they pencil in, hey, we can go 1-3 this quarter, 1-3 this quarter, 1-3 this quarter, 1-3, all of a sudden you're 12-4. You've probably won your division and you're headed to the playoffs. So the Steelers right now in a great situation. They are 3-1, relatively healthy. Cleveland Browns played against the Detroit Lions and they lost 34-10. The Browns now 1-3 on the season. And they will head to Europe now. The Steelers in Europe this past Sunday. They will be, the Browns will next Sunday. They will play the Vikings. Now, how about the Vikings? The Vikings go over, play the Steelers. Then they stay. They're going to go from Dublin to London, which isn't that long of a trip. But Minnesota will stay. They'll practice there, and they will take on the Cleveland Browns next weekend. So Minnesota Vikings, I believe it might be the first team that's playing back-to-back games over in Europe, but the National Football League continues to spread out 7 different countries, I think, this year. Baltimore Ravens 1-3, and Lamar Jackson banged up, may have pulled a hamstring against the Kansas City Chiefs, and everyone thought the Chiefs were dead. Not so fast. The Chiefs win at 37-20. Ravens 1-3, and the Chiefs seems like they've righted their ship a little bit. And then tonight, 2-1 Cincinnati will head to Denver to take on the 1-2 Broncos. Which team is the best team in the National Football League until someone proves them wrong? I think it's Philadelphia. 2 teams in the National Football League still undefeated after the first basically quarter of the season. Buffalo 4-0. Philadelphia 4-0, the defending Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles. So right now, I would have to make Philly the favorite if they stay healthy. And right now they're 4-0. Buffalo's 4-0. But the Steelers are 3-1, top of the division. So interesting there. And then Major League Baseball playoffs, they get started. But again, back to coffee. If anybody has any coffee comments, when's your favorite time to drink a cup of coffee? Where do you want to get your coffee from? You know, I'm wherever anyone wants to go and buy it, I'm ready to go. But again, I don't really drink regular coffee. But most people don't anymore. Does anyone? I mean, is it still basic cream and sugar, and you're good to go? Major League Baseball playoffs. How about this? Cincinnati and Cleveland both get in from the state of Ohio, and they will start the playoffs. Cleveland will take on Detroit in a wild card round. Boston will take on the New York Yankees. Cincinnati will take on the LA Dodgers. That's an old classic National League West division before it broke it up into more divisions than just 2. But the Reds and the Dodgers in the 70s, they were always battling each other. So that's a game. The Reds will be in LA. Was that 7:30? No, 9 o'clock on ESPN on Tuesday night. 6 o'clock on ESPN, the Red Sox and Yankees on ESPN. Then earlier in the day on ABC, the Padres and Cubs, they will play at 3 in the afternoon, and at 1 in the afternoon on ESPN, the Tigers and Guardians. So Major League Baseball playoffs, they begin on Tuesday. We already have preseason National Hockey League action. The NBA will be starting up pretty quickly. And, of course, the National Football League is already 4 weeks into its season. The Steelers 3-1. And so it has been a wild weekend in Dublin, Ireland. The Steelers improved to 3-1 with a 24-21 win over the Minnesota Vikings. Steelers off this coming week. Cleveland goes to Europe to take on the Vikings. That game will be played in London tonight. Cincinnati, can they get to 3-1? Or will they be 2-2? They don't have Joe Burrow anymore, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Judy checking in, a good cup of coffee in the morning, sitting on my deck with my 4 beagles. That sounds like a perfect morning. Absolutely. Get the whole crew out there. Everybody's relaxed. Put your feet up. Check out the sunrise. Let the beagles, run around. So yeah, that sounds like a great morning. Absolutely fantastic morning. Yeah, I can't do that, unfortunately. On the weekends I can. If I get up, I can go out on the porch. But weekdays I'm usually in the studio. So, but it sounds like that's Judy. It sounds like you have the winner for the day. Absolutely. So I appreciate you checking in. Now, before we get rolling, Judy, if you have a chance to do what kind of coffee do you like? Is it just is it black? Is it cream and sugar in it? Is it an espresso? And you talk to Jeff Exline, he's making concoctions all over the place in his house. So it would be interesting to see, Jeff's, he said, oh, you need to get espresso. And I said, where do you do that? And he goes, oh, I do it in my house. Again, we want to thank Valley Converting for all that they do for the 9-minute film.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Again, I'd like to thank Mike Biassi and the crew from Valley Converting in the Gem City, T-Town, Toronto, Ohio. If you have paper products, they are ready to recycle those products for you. Just give them a call. They will take care of you. And Judy's checking in again. And black with flavored creamer. All right, there you go. So Judy's out on the porch most days, just hanging with her dogs, her beagles, and having some coffee that's got some flavored creamer in it. Maybe some pumpkin spice right now. Seems to be the flavor of the moment. as it always is in the fall. It seems like, and it seems like pumpkin spice is taking over the world. But whatever and however you like to have your coffee, whatever flavor or whatever style, hopefully today on National Coffee Day, you enjoy your cup of Joe, as they say. Right now, we have to get moving on this edition of Bill's 9-Minute Fill-Up. Remember the 2 rules, everybody. 2 rules: have fun and always try your best. Until next time, everyone, have a great day. We'll see you soon.